Leonard Anderson. Oh,
Hello,
bro.
hello. Good morning.
Hello. I'm so happy to have you on here, bro.
Hey, I'm glad to be here. So I was trying to set this up on my desktop, and
Okay.
evidently there's not an easy way to do that. So I'm going to go grab my iPad, and I'll
Okay.
get set
Okay.
up there. I'm on my phone right now, but I'm going to grab my
All right.
iPad.
All right. All right.
Delving in the video so I can do the video, and
Yeah,
make
we'll
sure you have,
talk on. Yeah.
I'll make sure you have a great headshot too for you to cover your magazine or your book. So as I said, when I recently got invited and I saw the title, I was confused. I was like, well, what do I know about drug abuse, right? So everyone everywhere in the world has come in contact, or either whether it's a relative, a friend of the family, a former friend. In my case, I used to recruit. I'm a retired Army veteran. During my time in the Army,
Really nice.
I retired after a little over
I saw
20 years.
your military. I saw your military. Why
And my
did I
photo,
saw your military stuff?
I
I
posted
posted it.
pictures.
I posted your military stuff. I posted you in your Tesla. I saw your
Yeah,
dad when your dad first drove your Tesla, and then you're
yeah.
like, zoom.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I
I
saw
told
all of those.
Okay, so you've
Will
been
you
following
teach
me
me
for
how
a while.
would you allow me drive your Tesla when I come to the
I would, as
US?
long as
I'll
I'm sitting
drive it. Good.
right up
Good.
front.
Good.
I need to make sure two
Good.
things: you don't have a heart condition and no bladder problems, because it's fast. That's why when I left, I had to go make sure my wife had her set. She has a set. We have different settings for when each of us drives, so the mirrors adjust and all that. But anyway, we're not going to talk about that. But when I first was asked, I was like, "What do I know about drug abuse?" Right? So I mentioned I was in the Army. I retired from the Army. 3 of those years in the Army, I was a recruiter. And out of all the other places, we get stationed places. You live on the base, and you go do things in the community. But as a recruiter, your office is embedded in the community. And as
Okay.
my luck would have it, I recruited in West Baltimore, and most of the recruiting centers are in the mall or in the shopping center. Ours was in the shopping center. It was Army, Navy, there was a restaurant, and then the Air Force in the corner, right? And
Wow.
then in the corner of the shopping center was a methadone treatment center. So a drug treatment facility was in the corner of our shopping center. So as you might guess, we have a lot of people come in and say, "Hey, I want to join the Army. What I got to do?" Right? And a lot
Wow.
of times there were drug addicts who would come in and pretend like they were
Yeah,
interested.
yeah. I made mention of military too. I made
Yeah,
mention of it. That it cuts
yeah,
across. Cuts across.
right. And
Especially,
so,
yeah, yeah, cuts across. Okay.
right. So they pretend they were interested. The next thing you know, they're asking for money. Then they come tell me, sometimes they would tell, whether it was made up or real, they would tell a story about what happened. And sometimes they give money, but then, if you give money, they're going to keep coming back, and because they got a habit to feed. Um, and so eventually we had to get security doors on all of our recruiting stations, because people would just come in while we were, in the restroom or in another room interviewing the applicant. And so also with that, as part of our screening for the Army or any branch of service, you had to disclose if you had any drug usage, right? So most people think, well, smoking a little weed is not bad. This was before it became legal in most places, right? But they screen for drugs for almost all jobs now. Most of the jobs we have, like if you're going to handle weapons or anything like that, or especially the military, you're going to be trained weapons, so you can't be under the influence of drugs or anything like that. And so that was part of the screening process. So we did come in contact with folks who were at various stages of recreational drug usage. And so that's one segment. And then fast forward to my time after the Army as a veteran, I've got injuries. We've been in 20 years. Our body's been through its paces. And so before I retired, I had a back injury, right? So I think you might know where I'm going with this. So what I didn't realize is that a lot of times, veterans and other folks that, transition from recreational drug usage to hardcore drugs, a lot of times
Yeah.
there's a transition
Yeah,
with,
that's the transition. That's what I was talking about. Like the cravings, the psychological dependency, then to addiction. Yeah. I like
right.
that.
So a lot of times it's maybe starting with weed and they move something a little stronger. Or in the case of someone who has a legitimate back injury, right? You're getting pain medicine, and sometimes it doesn't work. So the docs don't know. They're going to keep trying. So until they give you something stronger, until you find out what works. So I moved from. They started with like the regular painkillers, you know, like Tylenol, things like that, and then muscle relaxers, Robaxin, and then I moved all the way up to Tramadol. And so before they prescribed it, they asked if I had ever used cocaine, and I was kind of offended. I was like, "Come on, man! I've been in the military 20 years. Why would you ask me that, right?" And so the reason is because it's a synthetic drug that's actually highly addictive. So if you ever use any other recreational drugs or hardcore drugs, you could very well get addicted to prescription medicine very quickly. And prior to, and then, you know, so I used it a couple of times, and it was like when I had like pain level 10 out of 10. And what I did recognize is that it put me out. I couldn't function. So I could take it, but I couldn't go to work because I'd either be asleep at work, I'd crash my car on the way to work. So I recognized that this was a drug that I could not continue taking. So I went back to the doctor and said, look, what non-prescription options are there? So we went to a pain management course, and they talked about other things like, my wife calling. Excuse me for a sec, because she's driving my car. Hold on for a second. I'll be right back. You know, misusing those to transitioning to illicit drugs from people you'd think, like, this guy was in the military. You know, people in the military have, you know, served. They got, their bodies are broken, and they're trying to manage the pain, and, you know, prescription meds aren't doing it for whatever reason. You know, surgeries weren't successful. And so when we talked, when I was asked about that, I was like, I don't have anything to contribute. But then I thought about it. So, you know, it affects everyone in all walks of life. You know, it's not just poor people, poor black people, it's white people, you know, all it crosses all races, ethnicities. You know, you can't hide from it. You know, there's different things that trigger those things. In this case, for this particular, these certain veterans, it's a back injury while they were working as a civilian, moving a hot water heater, and he broke his back or hurt his back, and they wound up, you know, transitioning from the prescription drugs he was given from the VA, and they weren't working, so he moved on to like heroin and other illicit drugs. And then finally he came back, and he came back to get treated for treatment and trying to find other ways to use non drug related pain management. So like I said, when I was initially asked, I was like, well, I don't really have anything to contribute, but yeah, it affects all walks of life. You know, there's you know, people you just, you know, you can't judge a book by its cover. You like you said, there are all types of people using different types of drugs. There are folks who are functioning drug addicts, and you never know it, you know, just looking at them in some cases. But then I saw your page, I think it was early this morning, I was looking at your page. There was a video of a young man who was feeling the effects of his drug use. He was on the ground, he was hurling, you know, dry heaving, and he was throwing up, and the guy was videoing. I was like, help him. I mean, yeah, so it's like we become the video, you know, to get my camera phone and let's record it instead of, you know, being compassionate, going to get him some kind of help. But yeah, that's sad that's where our society is now.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, they're secure, like I said already, and I've actually it has been successful on some. You know, my professors and we've actually like cleansed about 2 to 3, and then they are fine already. You know,
Right.
we have success story. Aside from the fact that I am a success story. Just go to the uses, you know, where it talks about hypertension, blah blah blah, mental disorder.
Yeah. Oh, here's the uses. So basically, a decoction of or extract the roots is used for diarrhea, jaundice, venereal disease, rheumatism, snake bites. You said that, colic, fever, to calm people with anxiety or epilepsy, and the lower blood pressure. You said that. The macerated root, or sometimes the pulp fruit, is used for a variety of skin conditions, and the bark, twigs, and leaves are used as a purgative and emetic. So every part of the tree is toxic and is put to use with a paste made from pulverized root, being coated on arrow tips and spears for hunting, and by being mixed with cassava meal to make a rat poison.
I'm listening, bro.
For over 2,000 years for treatment of diseases such as hypertension and mental disorders.
Great.
Don't know like there are any questions right now, but I do appreciate you inviting me to speak, to be a part of this. I do, yeah, like I said, initially I didn't think I had anything to add, but drug abuse affects people all across all walks of life. And I got the experience as a recruiter in Baltimore. I got to see it firsthand on a daily basis. But I do appreciate you bringing this topic up to the forefront. It's not something people like to talk about. but it does affect everyone across all walks of life. And thank you for having me. And we have to do this again. I don't know if I'll be able to do a 2-hour session because I just don't get up this early.
Anytime. We are friends. I'll call you. I'll have
Yes.
your WhatsApp number, your US line.
You have a US phone
number.
number.
You've never replied my messages. All you do is you repost my. I know you post my stuff, but I sent you one message like thank you. I'll be expecting you. Never replied. So reply with your phone number, or else I'll get another manager. Do you want me to get another manager, Leonard?
Hmm?
You want me to get another manager? You know, I'm an asset to you. You know, I'm your server life. Yeah. So let's work together. So give me your phone number, and then you have great work to do. I know so many. Like, let's start with the military, please. You're ex-military, so let's start from the military. We would cleanse from the military down. Let's help them. Those are our brothers in arms. Yeah. Respect.
Probably the best way to do it is start going to the VA because when we get out, we automatically. That's where our healthcare goes. Let's
start with the military, please, because we need concentration. Cocaine and crack will never make you concentrate. And then top men, very good snipers, lose it. Very good snipers, lose it. Very great combats, lose it because of cocaine and cracks. And then they regret the day they ever started it. And then I just want,
People probably do know, but a lot of our veterans are homeless, and a lot of them are, addicted to drugs.
Yeah.
Illicit drugs. I mean,
so all of them, let them come together. They're secure. They're secure. They're secure. You guys should just come to Nigeria. I'm in for you guys. I'm ready. If you can't find me, go to Obafemi Awolowo University. Just in case someone has sniped me for speaking the truth. Poof! No, just go to my department. No, but I will not die. Just go to my department, Obafemi Awolowo University. Why is this thing like this now?
Get ready to get off of here. My mini me.
Just go to just go to now, Leonard. Just go to Obafemi. What the fuck? Hello. All right, so I mean, just whenever you want to reach me, just go to Obafemi Awolowo University.
Okay.
Yeah. You will continue. My research work is there. You continue from there whenever. Okay. You understand? But I'll be here to welcome everyone. So let's help the veterinaries, the military. I'm ready. Let's cure them. Just come. Within 6 months, everybody will be fine. Okay? Everybody will be fine. And that's their feet. All right. Thank you. All right. So send me your phone number. Give me your phone number now. Text me your phone number. Send it to my inbox. Leonard.
Hold on, I'm not going yet. Hold on, I'm still here.
Yeah, just DM me your phone number, please.
Right now.
Yeah, your WhatsApp. WhatsApp is easier to reach. Where I can easily reach you, and then we should just continue from there. It's word stuff, not one.
Yeah, just send it.
Oh, you just sent. Great, thank you. So you have a greater mission, bro. I'm passing it to you. You have a greater mission, like greater mission. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, bye-bye. All right, you're welcome. Yeah, peace.